My first year, I was coming in trying to get everything to go to med school. It just seemed so hard and really far away. But now that I'm here as a senior, I did get accepted to a medical school.
When I really changed my major and was able to graduate with 3 different degrees in my undergrad and now getting to my master's and graduating, it's definitely been a lifelong accomplishment because, you know, as an individual with dyslexia, it's definitely something that's challenging for anybody.
I got a great support from Alvernia, from Mission and Ministry, from Academic Success Center, from the faculties. Each person here I got support from.
I always knew people that had pride in their school, but I never knew what that was, and I feel like that's what I have here. I'm proud to go to Alvernia. I'm a proud graduate.
I just kept on going and keep on going just because of my Alvernia family. They just was my foundation, and they just helped me pull through.
Coming to Alvernia, it was probably the best decision and quickest decision of my life. I just knew that this was for me.
Well, I've learned so much, stuff that I never thought I'd learn, and it's definitely been a great experience.
I feel like I definitely met a group of people that definitely pushed me out of my comfort zone and pushed me to be better, and I met a bunch of great friends through the nursing program.
I'm proud of completing level 2 fieldwork for OT. Being a freshman, that was the scariest thing. Once I accomplished that, I kind of felt a sense of relief.
Starting raising a family, being a full-time teacher, full-time football coach, and getting my master's degree with kind of pretty good grades the whole way through.
Working at Opaque and then also in athletics, being able to see what the outside world offers, but also growing as a person.
If you come here with your heart set on something, don't close off to other possibilities because there's so much here to offer and so many opportunities.
I say it all the time, this was the best decision that I ever made in my life.
One thing about Alvernia, I feel like they care. I mean, really care.
I never expected to be alongside my mom, but I'm very glad to be.
Yeah, it's a great opportunity. Like I said, Alvernia is a great place, and because I work in admissions, I see a lot of generational where parents come back with their kids and want them to enroll in Alvernia because it's just such a great place.
It was a great decision. I absolutely love Alvernia. It opened me up more. The nursing program here was fantastic.
I took a gender studies class with Dr. Schultz. I feel like that's one of those courses you come into college and one of those things that really changes your mindset about things and your outlook on society and just life.
Alvernia has a very big support system, even down to our academic counselors. They have been such a big support system for me.
The professor that has had the biggest impact, I really can't just choose one.
I would say Tom Perazzo. He's been my advisor since my sophomore year. Always been super helpful, steered me in the right direction. He got me my first internship at Renton Hospital.
Dr. Tom Perazzo, he was excellent.
Professor Tufan, he taught what I felt was probably the hardest classes. His encouragement and style of teaching really helped everybody.
If I had to pick, it would be all of our OT professors. They're just beautiful, wonderful humans, and they've always just cheered us on, and they've cared about us as students and as people.
Dr. David Schaub and Dr. Elena, she helped me to see the big picture. She helped me to organize my time.
I love Dr. Hefner. Dr. Hefner was my favorite, and I love Dr. Hefner because he was a little more gentler, and for him, he just wanted you to get it.
The staff in the OT program were very supportive of my career through Alvernia and getting my degree.
All the professors were nice. All the professors were rewarding on different levels.
Professor Aldhouse, she definitely was the first person to encourage me to go the route of accounting.
Oh, all my classes were amazing. All of them. All my professors were amazing.
I love Alvernia, I love its concept, I love the family. They really will help you out.
Alvernia has always been interesting to me because of the Franciscan values.
You don't just get an education here, you know what I mean? You get encouragement here. They push you.
This school changed my life. I am just so excited for what's in store for me, and I know that God has something planned.
I really want to work with marginalized populations or in settings that are non-traditional, so being in Belize kind of also opened my eyes to how
much educational barriers there are and how grateful I am to have had this education.
Sophomore year, when I started to get involved, I learned about myself, how I started to become a leader. So as a peer minister, we took part in helping educate other students about opportunities to grow your faith.
Being the first generation in my family to actually have a college degree, that means a whole lot.
With it being such a smaller campus, you get to make a lot of connections.
What surprised me the most is what I could actually do and what I was capable of, juggling life, school, and work. I've been juggling all that all 4 years, and I thought I would fall and not make it, but in the end I made it better than I thought I could.
I wanted to be a teacher. I loved Alvernia, I've heard about it. So I said, you know what, I'm just gonna do everything I can in life to go for that. And Alvernia was the right place to go.
I had the opportunity to do the online adult college while also working full-time, and so I kind of got to see both sides of education.
I never felt like I couldn't go to anyone and ask them for help. At this environment, you know, the class size is small, so it was more like hands-on.
I learned how to live with like people from like completely different backgrounds from me and like find common interests with people.
Well, the officer job, I love that. Shout out to Dr. Mace. I love him. I love him to death. That has taught me a lot because I'm a social work major. And that taught me to, you know, embrace different cultures, and also it gave me the education that I needed about different cultures and different people.
It definitely touched on everything that I needed because I learned even more than what I've learned doing the job for 17 years.
This is where my life has been the last, say, 5 years. When I counted the time, it's been 5 years. I'm like, oh my.
During my free time, I like to go to all of the events held on campus, especially bingo. I really like to go.
I was just always excited for bingo. You know, with Alvernia, they just always made it a way you just can't forget.
Honestly, just being outside, I feel like the quad's like a fun place to be, especially in like the nice weather.
I have achieved a grade point average of a 3.8. I am summa cum laude.
I just recently received the Nursing Excellence Award, so I'm very proud of that. And also just doing well in classes throughout the 4 years I was here.
So my plans after graduating, I'm going to be a nurse, and I'm going to be working in the emergency department at University of Maryland, Upper Chesapeake.
I hope to have my own classroom as an elementary teacher at one of the local school districts.
In 5 to 10 years, I still might see myself teaching and possibly getting other degrees.
In 5 to 10 years, I see myself as a successful professional who's making a positive impact in their community.
I definitely want to thank Professor White. She has pushed me the most. She would not let me go, and she prepared me for graduate school.
One professor that I would like to thank is Professor Marian Durant.
I like to thank my parents and my sisters for always pushing me to be the best version of myself.
I thank everybody. I thank everybody.
First and foremost, I want to thank God, and I want to thank everyone that supported me through this journey.
I want to say thank you to my mom and dad for getting me here and making me successful.